Sorry. Hi, everybody. Whoa, cat butt to start the day. That's exciting, isn't it? Welcome. We're going to be doing some cat crafting. You'll see Michelle there in the background. Wave, Michelle. While we're doing cat crafting, she is going to be weighing cats. That's one of the things that we have to do here weekly is we weigh the cats and we monitor, is their weight increasing, is their weight decreasing, and then that helps inform us about the healthiness of the cats. Are they staying healthy? And so you'll see Michelle over here, she'll probably be going back and forth behind me throughout this, weighing the different cats. And if you can imagine trying to get a hold of 20 plus cats all at once and weighing them one by one, it takes a bit. And some of the cats actually necessitate two hands, so we'll have to wait till this ends to do that. Other thing I wanted to show you, Sylvia, I'm going to sit you down for a second, is if you're a child of people who own a cat cafe, you get to do bizarro things like that. Wave, Stella. That's my daughter, and she has taken all of the cat beds and she's made like a little reading for it. Which cat was it that sat on you for like 30 minutes yesterday?
You mean 60 minutes?
Oh, okay.
Half an hour. That is Bella Raven, and Paisley was the one that was on me for 1 hour and a half.
Oh my gosh, Paisley's gonna get adopted in no time. That is the most loving cat. Okay, so Sylvie, you're gonna make it impossible for me to get this camera back. Kiddo, come here. Thank you. Yes, grab Sylvie next for weighing. So we're gonna do cat crafting, and if you guys want to go and get craft supplies, you can do it along with us. We're good. Chances are there's a very high likelihood that whatever you have in your house can make a cat dancer. We started to get really creative with these. Is this socks or Evelyn? This is socks. Yeah. We started to get really creative with making cat dancers because my daughter is resourceful. She doesn't like to throw away any crafting supplies of any kind. And one day she went out into our yard and she got a stick. And she took the bark off the stick and then she tied a piece of yarn to it. You could also use shoelace if you don't have any string. Shoelaces work great. And then she just took whatever randomness she found in this crafting box that we have of art supplies she doesn't ever let us throw away. And she made a cat dancer. And so we've actually turned that into a regular activity at the cafe. We'll do that at some of our parties. With hair in the air. We'll do that at some of the parties, like our holiday parties, or we'll do it for the Cat Academy event. You'll notice that Pedro is hardcore in the space, and that's because he knows what these craft bins are. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down just for a moment so I can show you some of the things you might consider getting gathered together at your house. Yeah, he knows that these little trays mean that we're doing something fun. He gets to play with the supplies. Hi, Pedro. Let me scoot you aside. So in terms of supplies you might consider getting, see if I can rotate this just a smidge bit. It's nice to see some people are joining us in the viewing. Say hi. If you're a Cupie out there, or if you're a student, I'd love to know where you go to school. I'd love to know if any of my Cupies are watching. I miss them. It's the end of spring break and I would really just like to go back to school, but maybe I can connect with you here. So in this craft bin, you'll want some sort of adhesive. So you'll see here that I have a glue gun, but you don't need to necessarily use a glue gun. It's great if you do have one. You could also just use good old tape. Or when my daughter made one a couple years ago, she was small and we wouldn't let her use a hot glue gun. She just tied things together. She just tied the string onto the stick and tied the different crafting supplies onto the string. So speaking of sticks, there's a few things that you can use, and we're all about repurposing. For the kids events, we often use popsicle sticks that look like this because you'll see that they've got these little notches on them. And so then you can just tie the string on the notch and you don't need to use glue of any kind. Or you can find a creative stick. This was a part of some mini blinds that we found. Somebody was gonna, I think my father-in-law found these bamboo mini blinds in an auction lot. And so we just took all the strings off. This is where it would have been. And we use these all the time for making cat dancer toys. We use these mostly for the adult events. Yeah, so any kind of stick will work. Hi Pedro, please. Okay, you think it's time to show them the string, huh? Okay, we'll show them the string.
This is the difficult part.
He's so helpful. He knows what's next. Okay, so you do need some kind of string. You can use, you can use yarn. This is like holiday thread. Yeah. I find that good old wrapping string is really helpful because it's sturdy. It takes a while for the cats to break it, and it's inexpensive. Almost everybody has something like this in their house. Yeah, you're ready to play. Also, if you've been enjoying some wine during this quarantine, a cork goes a long way. And I'd like to thank the different restaurants around town. We have lately been begging them for corks because we've been doing a lot of events with corks and going through them really fast, faster than any one individual can drink wine. Trust me. And so we've gotten some corks. Addison's has been a great supplier of our corks. Barred Owls helping to give us some corks. Sycamore said they'd get us some corks. Who else? Tellers. Oh, Tellers is another one. And I think, the wine shop on Main Street. They also gave us some corks. So what's great about this is you just kind of like bore a hole in the ends, and then, I don't know, things can just stick better in it, but you don't have to have a cork. Some other supplies you might consider having as you're raiding your house for craft supplies. Random things like this that have maybe been attached to packages after the holiday season. Like this stuff comes on all kinds of random stuff you receive at different times of the year. My daughter went to a toddler's birthday party a week ago, and they made these bottles that they filled with like strings like this and bells and sparklies. And so you just, if you get stuff like that, just keep it, right? Poof balls. You got any pom-poms? Feathers, of course. Everybody knows feathers. I hope you're noticing a pattern here, the colors I've got going. Purple, yellow, Hickman Kewpies, represent. I hope I've got some Kewpies out there watching. Pipe cleaners. You can do a lot of really great things with these pipe cleaners. And then lastly, you might consider bells. Bells are really good. You do need to make sure that those bells are secured really well onto a string. And this is different from store-bought cat dancers, is that you should really put the cat dancer away when you're not watching, because obviously if you're making it out of random supplies, the materials aren't going to be as secure, and you would never want for like a bell to come loose and your cat to eat that, or a pom-pom to come, whoop. Pedro went chasing it. A pom-pom to come loose and a cat chase it. Stell, will you go into the party room and grab any of the cat dancers we have so I can show some examples? Thank you. So that's kind of what we got going on here, and we're going to start to make a cat dancer. And if you want to gather supplies,
Things that the store made.
Cat dancers that stores have pre-made. So we're going to start to get supplies set up here, and this will give you time, if you have supplies at home, you can start to gather those materials. Again, just random things that you have around the house work great. One of our cat's favorite things are pipe cleaners. We actually, my daughter took a pipe cleaner and she wrapped it around like a dresser drawer, and she had like a few little like tentacles hanging off, and cats just like, they're bad at it, and it just stays in the dresser drawer. Hi Pedro, you're totally blocking the view. Okay, so a few different types of cat dancers. This is just a cheapo one, but I actually kind of like it. I've got this stuck in a couch at home right now. We bent the end and like sandwiched it in the side so it's constantly dangling from the side of a couch. It's flying all over the place. You'll notice that you've got a bell, you've got some feathers. This is like what the purpose of the cork is to hold things like feathers. It's got some balls that go up and down. What's another type of cat dancer? Yeah, a lot of these are kind of very similar design. You know, some cat dancers are kind of cool because they've got these hooks like you'd have on a fishing pole, right? If you want to do something really simple, like if you're doing this at home with a little guy or gal, a small child, a string, right? A string on a stick will make a cat happy all day and all night. Simple, 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 right? And all the other cat dancers are pretty much the same. But, you know, if you've got, like one of the cat dancers my daughter made, we had a ball like this, and she just looped string through here, and then suddenly was a cat dancer. It was a dingly, right? You can get really creative with the things you already have. No need to go out and buy expensive things. Reduce, reuse, recycle, right? We're all about that here. So let's start to make a cat dancer. I think I'm gonna use the bamboo stick. What are you guys using at home? Is anybody able to make one with me? Don't judge my Diet Coke. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to use the sparkly white ribbon. And I'm going to add a glue stick in the back of this glue gun. Is it heating up? I think it is. For the record, I am not a very crafty person. I actually am really bad at crafts. And generally not very creative, so I might need your ideas still. It's okay. First thing I'm gonna do is wrap this around here if I could. And then I'm also gonna need help keep the cats from knocking down the camera. Corday's back there. Corday, come on where people can see you, girl. So I'm gonna tie this on. I'm gonna put it fairly far down the pole. There's actually a kind of natural notch here that would work well. And I'm gonna tie it, knot it. And I'm gonna wrap that around. Once I've done that, hi Sylvie. Hi Sylvie. Okay. Whoop.
I'm gonna get Sylvie again.
It's okay. Sylvie's not bothering too much. I'm wondering if this is heated up yet. It's getting there. Okay. Oh yeah, it's starting to get heated up. So once that gets fully heated, I'm gonna glue gun that in place. And while we're waiting for that glue gun to finish heating, we're gonna bore a cork. I really do like using the corks. What are you thinking?
You should tie this on there and then hot glue that.
Oh, okay. Okay, I can do that.
So it sounds so sparkly.
Hi Sylvie, you're totally blocking everything, baby. Yeah, we love it when we do this. We get all over everything. Okay, so when you're digging the hole out, scissors work just fine. They can kind of make a mess, so make sure your cats don't get the parts. And as always, if you're a small child, no! Corday knocked down the camera. Way to go, Corday. Will you go get my cord, Stell?
Yep.
She did. Okay, you're officially on cord duty, Stell. They are going crazy. This is what it's like. There's no regular filming in a cat room. There's just not, and I'm sorry you keep seeing my hands. Okay, get this to turn down. Sorry, I'll try to quit blocking the camera with my hand. Okay. Very good. Okay, so back to the creations here. You're digging a hole in the cork. Again, children, you have to have your parents do this because this can be dangerous. No, that's hot, babe. Silly Sylvie. Silly. Okay, boring a hole. And you don't need to dig it very deep. I mean, you're not going to stick anything really far down in there. Stella, you get Sylvie away from the camera. Stella, you're officially on. I've got it. You're on camera duty, kid. They are being crazy, crazy.
How about I just close these in?
Yeah, I think they'll still get back there. You know how cats are. And then I'm going to do the other side also. Digging, 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 digging. Doesn't need to be very wide either. Okay, I might give you some of this cork mess, Stella, to throw in a trash can, okay?
Okay, just wipe it in.
I will, and you'll have to put it in the trash can in the party room, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, baby.
Is it because that owns it?
Yep. Sure is. Okay, so we're gonna sweep up all this cork mess. Again, thank you to our local restaurants. Reduce, reuse, recycle. They go through corks like crazy, and they were kind enough to give us these so we can teach y'all how to make homemade cat toys. Okay, so this is what it looks like once you've bored it out. And this is what the other side looks like once you've bored it out. Seeing some new people joining the chat. Let me know where you're from. If I've got any students out there watching, let me know. Where do you go to school? What grade are you in? Okay, so Stella wanted me, she said she wanted this to go on before the cork.
Yeah, so the cork can make sure the strings don't slip off.
Oh, you know, that's really clever. I would not have thought of that.
Because the
This is why-
strings make a smaller knot than how big the Coke is.
I see. And this is why you are the master cat dancer maker. How many cat dancers do you think you've made in your lifetime, Stella?
I've already made 10.
10. She's very helpful at our kid events, showing the kids how to do it. Okay, so I've got a couple knots in there. It's going. Okay, very good. And I recommend when you can, oh gosh, that string just plumb fell out. Okay, problem solving. Let's see if I can stick it back in there, but with scissors. It's like a foam ball. And then maybe we can put glue on the outside. We make it really hard to get our cork on there. Well that worked. And I gotta figure out how to get the cork on there. Maybe, ooh, I have an idea. Maybe we can add an extension. Okay, so I'm gonna use the hot glue. Stella, that cat is drinking my Diet Coke. Will you get that cat out of my Coke? See, there are never enough hands here. This is a team effort making this live stream daily. It truly is. You're a cute, loving troublemaker.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you want to get that down there and let it dry, right? Okay, and I'm going to go back up to the string that was up here. And I'm going to glue gun that down in place. And again, it'll be fine if you don't glue gun this. I mean, this is operational. It's just going to fall apart faster. So if you don't have a glue gun at home, that's fine. I don't have a glue gun at home. Like I said, I'm not a very crafty person.
I took out the things that
Oh, you're officially designing this. Okay. It's all hands on deck now. Okay. I didn't realize I was going to have a partner in crime today. You said you didn't want to help because you've done cat dancers before, but you just can't resist, can you?
Yep, designing is fun.
It is fun. It is very fun. Okay.
Oh, nope. Paper tried eating a pom-pom.
Oh,
So you might blow on it, get it nice and cool. I'm going to set that down on something that'll keep it elevated. Okay. Now, did you see this still? This little thingy came out, so I got to figure out how to cork this now. Although we don't have to cork it. Maybe I'll skip that. Now you guys know how to do a cork, but maybe we can skip it. What were you envisioning doing with this?
So we could just cut off that string part and then put glue there and then put it on.
What if we use the strings to make it extra dangly? Would you be interested in that? Like,
How about we just make it like this so the strings make a fun toy like that?
okay, we can do that. So just the two balls side by side? Okay, we can do that. You'll be surprised the fun things that kids come up with if you just let them go to town with some random supplies. Stella always has really good ideas that I don't think of. That was kind of a maniacal look you just made in the camera. Do you know what maniacal means?
No, but I like.
Well, that was maniacal too. What's the cartoon character that says like maniacal laughter, maniacal laughter? Can't remember who that is. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
She says that.
Yeah, like that's the line. I think it's a cartoon character. If anybody's watching and knows the reference I'm making, shout it out. I swear I'm not crazy. Okay. I feel like it's a cartoon you and I watched. Okay, this is taking me a smidge, but it's getting on there. Okay, securing that. Wow. How many cats have you managed to get weighed, Michelle? Oh, watch, there's Corday. I'm just gonna knock over that camera. She's gingerly resting on the side of that table.
15?
You've gotten 15 done in this time.
Yeah.
Has anybody gotten chunky?
Pedro.
Pedro always is chunky.
Yeah.
But he's so active still.
He's 12'7".
He's just a big boy. He's not fat.
No.
He's just big, like long.
Yeah.
And those toes, I'm sure, add extra weight, right?
Extra weight because they have save.
All right, he's got so many extra. Okay.
7 toes.
I am just breaking everything. Well, that tells me that we probably need to hot glue gun that in if that just popped off. So I'm just gonna stick some glue in there. Hot, hot, hot. Okay. Ooh, who's meowing?
Blue Jay, she got the toy.
Oh. Blue Jay is cute as can be. We have.
She meows when
Here,
nothing
I'll
is
show you.
wrong.
Watch out, Stell. So Blue Jay likes to hunt. And whenever Blue Jay is hunting, she gets those little toys out from underneath our bookshelf.
And she wants our praise.
And she wants our praise. She's like, look guys, I caught it. And so she'll meow. Watch. Stella,
Good job.
get it back under the bookcase. Get her to hunt it out for us. Oh, she's carrying it over herself in her mouth. Okay, so Stella just tossed it under the bookcase. She's gonna hunt it out. Get it. Well, now she's like, why'd you do that? Yep, she's going for it. She's like, I know it's over here. Where is it? Why don't you go point to it, Stella? Get down on the ground, show her where it's at. Blue Jay's a girl, right?
Yeah. Usually she meows till I pull the bookshelf out for her.
Maybe pull it out just a teeny bit.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Make it so she can see the better. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, yep, okay. Yep, she found it. She got it. Now watch, she's gonna meow for us. Praise me, guys. Look what I did.
Good job, Blue Jay. Forgot her name for a minute.
She's so funny. She does it every time.
Yeah.
Every time. So if you hear meowing in the background, that's what that's about.
And if you have a cat dancer, she'll meow with it in her mouth.
Oh, yeah, she does. She'll catch the cat dancer like she's hunting it, and then she'll carry it off in her mouth.
Hey, Mama.
Yeah?
She just knocked it under there and then found it again. Then
Under the party room door?
No,
Okay.
under the bookshelf.
So this is what we've got so far. It's making progress. It could be prettier, but you know what I might do? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the bow right here to cover up that nasty glueness. So I was gonna make a Kewpie colored one still, but suddenly it's not so Kewpie like, is it?
Nope.
That's okay. This is festive. This is like a Christmas cat dancer, which is fun.
Yeah.
With
Gold-
random things that were attached to packages we
Gold,
got.
silver, red, and white are pretty much Christmas colors.
Right, okay. So,
You just tie the wire on it and then hot glue it.
right. The hot glue is helpful, but again, you don't have to have it because this came with like little twisty ties on this bow.
Yeah, but the twisty ties could get undone.
They could, and if you have rubber bands could be an adhesive if you don't have a glue gun. Okay, so I am gonna glue gun this just to make sure it stays on because I'm trying to rush to get this done for you guys. Probably not securing these as tightly as I could. Curious, what kind of supplies are you guys using at home? Take a picture. What you doing? If you're creating a cat dancer with us, what have you made so far? What's it look like in process? Oh, really? Michelle, the cat wrangler, is covered head to toe in cat hair from all the cat wrangling she did to do the wake. So that looks pretty good. This would get a cat's attention. They'd like it. Were you just showing them all the hair?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna add some bows though. I'm not entirely, or not bows, but bells. I'm not entirely sure how I want to secure this on here. Maybe,
You might want to attract them by sound.
yes, the bells do a great job of attracting them with sound. You're right, Stell. I'm trying to,
Because one of the cats batted that and then walked away, and then a lot of cats came to that.
yeah, you're right. It lets them know. Okay, so here's what I think I'm gonna do, because a bell needs to be really well secured. I am going to take this,
Put something.
well, I'm gonna take this string here, Stell. No, if you could watch me, baby.
Take the big one.
Nope, this one will be great. I'm gonna use this string because the string will ensure it stays on more than just regular glue gun. Oops, use this bell. It's a slightly bigger bell. You can get even bigger bells than this, that's better, just because if it falls off, again, you don't want your cat to eat it. That would be an expensive vet bill and a painful experience for that cat. If it manages to pass on its own, if it doesn't, it's probably gonna tear up their stomach. Get lodged in his stomach and not come out. Okay, so I'm tying it. Ugh. And
Tape's not that good to use.
you can do it though if you're in a pinch, right? Stella, Paisley's drinking my Diet Coke again.
Paisley, get away.
Whee. Okay.
She's so naughty.
She's so sweet though.
Snotty but sweet.
Sometimes the best combination, isn't it?
Mhm.
Okay, so got that. I'm gonna cut that excess string off. Do we have any white pom-poms?
Nope.
No, I was hoping to cover up this nastiness back here. Ooh, I could cover it up with feathers. Yeah? I have got a tangled mess. I'm gonna do that. Do I have a white feather? That would match really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second, babe. Oh, you're making your own now, huh? You really just can't resist. So funny, you're like, nah, I don't want to make cat dancers with you today, Mama. I've done that before, and here you are. You can't hardly stop yourself.
Can't resist the temptation.
She can't. Okay, I'm gonna put that feather right here on the back. And again, it doesn't have to be pretty. You're not taking it to the fair, as my father-in-law likes to say. It's not going to the fair. It's just to entertain a cat. They're just gonna judge us anyway, right? Okay, so the front looks like this. I've got some, yeah, it's not the most attractive, but it works, right? Ooh, what are you trying to put in there still?
Hot glue.
What do you want to put inside of it? Oops.
Give me it.
Okay, here, why don't you come over here?
This does not fit.
I'll turn the camera a bit so they can watch you crafting too. Okay, so you took,
You know.
do you want me to cram it a little bit with the scissors? To make it go in far? Okay. There we go. You might put a little dab of hot glue right on top. Be careful. Please.
It's okay. Hot glue's
You don't
not
want to cry on camera.
Hot glue's not hot to me.
See? Oh yeah, it's fabulously tacky and they will love it. In fact, I think I feel one starting to come.
The web's not that.
Okay, let's see how it works. I'm gonna give it a try, especially because we're getting close to our ending time here. See if you get the chair out of the way and you guys can see. Oopsie daisy.
Don't say Daisy for our dog.
That's right, our dog is confused. Look at all these cats, look at them. They love it. Hi, how many do we have over here interested in my cat dancer? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we have, guys? Sometimes if you have a little kid who's never used a cat dancer, you kind of have to teach them the art. Because there's a couple different approaches, right? You can have the approach of putting the cat dancer down and slowly teasing them. Making it hop ever so gently. Because sometimes what happens, and we see this all the time at our kids' events, the kids are like, oh, shoot, it came off.
What did? Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes the kids, they'll be like, wow, like Godzilla with these things, and that just terrifies the cats, and they don't want to do it for very long.
Like slashes.
Yeah, it's like they're hitting the cat. So you got to teach them the art of the gentle temptation, or another great way to have kids do it is just teach them to just slightly dangle it above them, right? We know that's an effective tool, but you do need to teach kids how to use these effectively so that they don't hurt the cat. The 2-year-old terrors that come in here trying to use cat dancers. We do legitimately sometimes put the cat dancers away if there's teeny tiny kids who aren't quite ready to be taught how to use that skill. If we're busy, super busy, and we can't assist them more individually. Well, who is this? Who's catching it? Who caught it?
Raven.
Waving.
Raven.
I call her waving.
Ooh, look at you!
Look at this web.
She's getting height.
This web.
Woo! Who's that? Evelyn or Socks? Stella, is this Evelyn or Socks?
Socks. You can tell because there's a white O on
I
top
know
of
you
it.
guys have told me every day, and I just can't remember the difference between the two. They look the same. That's
Yeah,
what
they're-
BJ. You gonna hunt? You gonna hunt, girl? Oh, we're going berserk. Paisley, you want in on this action? Woohoo! Yeah.
Raven's
Got some
really
Look at
good.
you, kid.
It's not a kid, by the way.
Thank you, Stella. Are you gonna get it, Blue Jay? You're the one who was meowing before. Get it, get it, get it. Woohoo! Yeah. Who else is interested? Corday, you're normally really into this.
Now,
Corday? Oh gosh. Who did you say this was? Val?
yeah.
Raven. Val Raven is like super into it. And Val Raven is a cat that we just got the other day, and look how quickly she's adjusted to.
They've all adjusted fabulous.
That's great. Sometimes the cats, they take very different times to adjust. Sometimes they'll take weeks. Sometimes they take days. Sometimes they take hours. The 4 newbies that we brought Wednesday are doing just great.
One took a month.
Woo! And some take more than a month even. Oh, Socks is trying to play with you as you're making it. Watch out, you know, big claws. Blue Jay's on. I'm gonna touch her. Uh-oh. Camera down. Camera down. Sorry. Sorry. My child, in her excitement at her cat dancer, knocked down the phone. Let's see if we can get a cat to go up the tree. Thank you for your patience. I hope you are not getting totally sick by the jostling of the camera. You have to be a little bit more flexible when you're filming in a room of cats, right? Okay, do I have the tree in the background there? I do. Okay, let's see if we can get a cat to climb a tree. This is one of her favorite things to do. He's gonna come for it.
Oh, that Raven.
And Socks, but Socks gave up. Woo!
Oh,
She's got it.
Sylvie can do that too.
It's stuck. She's got it.
No, she doesn't have it. It's stuck in the leaves.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Let's see if I can dig it out. Hi, baby. You don't knock the cat off. No. Hi. Hang on, you got it wrapped around the board. I got you, cat. I got you. You got it down. Okay. Woo! Good job, girl. You want to come back up for it? I'll be more careful this time. I'll have a shorter string. Woo! Who's coming for it?
Okay.
Who's coming for it? Woo! Get it, girl. No, you're afraid to go all the way up to the top now, huh? Since I got you stuck. Cat in the tree. Get it. Get it. Socks. Come on, Socks. This up in the leaves. Woo! Get it, girl. Can I get one of you to come up top? Oh! Today, at that time, this was the culprit. Sylvie knocked down the hot glue gun and the camera. Okay, I think that's a sign that we are done because the cats keep knocking down the camera and y'all are gonna get sick here in a minute. So, let's finish this off. This was an adventure. Okay. That's how you make a cat dancer. That's how you get the cats to get crazy. Whether you're in the process of making it or you're trying to get them to go up a tree. It's fun. It's always fun. And kids of any age can do this craft. We would like to talk about the leaderboard with the competition. You might recall that this week we were doing a competition to see which cat could raise the most money to keep the shelter open, right? We were calling it King or Queen of the Quarantine Competition, and when you donated to us, you could assign your donation to a particular cat, and the cat that gets the most donations brought in will get to have an official coronation. And as of 4 o'clock today, hands down, the winner of the competition is Cubby. And if you might recall, Cubby is the one-eyed cat that got trapped in a neighboring community with over 20 other cats, and they're all named after baseball teams because there were so many of them. Yes, that's Cubby. So congratulations to Cubby. Cubby's gonna get put in a ridiculous outfit. Maybe that can be a live stream. How do you put a cat in a costume and come out unscathed? So yeah, thank you to everybody who made donations for that effort. We greatly appreciate it. And if you've enjoyed watching this video, you might consider making a donation to help make sure that we can stay operational while we're all struggling to get through this bizarre time where businesses are shut down and people are on quarantine. If you go to the shop tab, you can see a spot where you can make a direct donation. And we are eternally grateful for the donations that we've received thus far. Columbia is an amazing community. So, last bit. We have something fun that's going to happen on Sunday. Elise is a volunteer with BCAC. You might recall that I was talking about her yesterday when we were trapping. Mentioned that she's a ballerina with the Missouri Ballet Company, and she's also a Pilates instructor at Wilson's. Like many people, her job's not essential, right? And so for safety, she's off right now, and many of her Pilates customers or students, what do you call them? I don't know. Anyway, participants, they would like her to do some virtual Pilates. So she's going to do that here in the cat room on Sunday. And she's asking that instead of paying her, then her customers are asking, hey, we'll pay you, or her students. She's asking instead of payment that people make donations to the Missouri Ballet Company, to BCAC, or to us. Everybody needs help during this time. And so if you are interested in Pilates, you've never done it, but you might be interested, or if you do like Pilates, we have an officially trained Pilates instructor who's amazing and just the best volunteer ever for BCAC. So we're excited that she'll be here Sunday, 4 o'clock, and she does make it so that it's for all ability levels, even if you're not an intense Pilates person. That would be me. So anyway, thanks for joining us today. If you made any cat dancers, or if you make any cat dancers after this, please find this video again. Share the photos. I want to see all the different designs out there. People always come up with super creative things that I would never think of. Okay, very good. Thanks, Hall.